Today's Tray Take is about my trip to Santo Domingo. I was there with my family when a gentleman offered us a tour that would include the history of the man who discovered the Americas. We all, I'm assuming, have experienced learning about Christopher Columbus, the hero, the explorer, but only later learned about some of the very vicious, barbaric, torturous treatment of native people that he wrote about in his own journals. And when I was younger, I remember being very upset to learn that Christopher Columbus had slaves based on the hero he was made out to be. And I don't think I ever really investigated the why of America's obsession with covering that up. Why do we celebrate Christopher Columbus? Why are there monuments all over the country? Why is a traffic circle in New York City named after him? It's because he was such a great colonizer. But synonymous with colonization is the type of torture and, decimation of native populations that he is known for. So it's the violence itself that is why we celebrate Christopher Columbus. I started thinking too about the Confederate soldiers who loved slavery so much that they were willing to wage a war against their own country just to keep it. There are Confederate statues in more than half of states in the US. Many of them were built in direct response to the civil rights movement as a declaration to their dedication to white supremacy. Meanwhile, the descendants of those slaves have fought harder than anyone to create an America that actually lives up to its creed. One in which, like our founding documents say, all people are created equal. When you look at the efforts to actually increase said equality, the Civil Rights Act, a hero of the right, Charlie Kirk, said that was a big mistake. Affirmative action shut down. And now DEI and diversity altogether. The problem with things like DEI and affirmative action is that they sought to make things more fair in this country when fairness and equality and diversity have never actually been values that this country cares about.
The only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and solve our problem ourselves.